300-yard games. Can you just talk about your production?
I thought we've had a good game plan coming into the games and made some good adjustments. And I think, with these guys, making plays for me, it's been working really well.
Talk a little bit about what happened in that USC game. The running game just wasn't clicking early, but you were able to get some good throws. But you were also in trouble a lot with sacks and all that.
Yeah, I think SC had a pretty good game plan coming in, kind of trying to force us to do it through the air. And there in the second half, they did a good job getting some pressure on us. And it's just some adjustments that we got to make and figure out how we can keep things rolling like we had in the first half.
Just take like one step forward. Thank you so much.
Jake, Isaiah, now that we have you guys together, just kind of explain what your guys' chemistry is like. Why do you guys have so much success on the field together?
Communication, and even if it's not running routes, it's just explaining timing and explaining what I was thinking, what I saw, and what he saw, and just communicating that. So if any instance in the game happens, he knows what page I'm on, or I know what page he's on, and we can just click just like that.
Is it nice to have a group of wide receivers, including Isaiah here, that they're going to catch the ball? I mean, you haven't had many drop passes this year.
No, yeah. I think I've said that many times, just how talented these guys are, and I think a lot of that, like he said, comes from the hard work that we put in and the chemistry that we have. Both in the routes and in the timing, but also just talking through it and knowing mentally where we're going to be. And so I think they do a great job, and they've proven that they do.
Isaiah, did your teammates give you a hard time for not scoring on that wide open pass?
Yeah, I tried to use the excuse that I hurt my foot, but they weren't hearing it. So yeah, I had a rough time, but we scored anyway, so they kind of let me loose on there.
Were you too open?
I did feel like I was too open because it was one of those where I caught it and I looked around and I was like, somebody has to be right here, and nobody was there, and that kind of shocked me a little bit. So.
Do you think he was gone, Jake?
I thought he was going. There was nobody in the middle of the field. I thought he was gone.
Moving forward, what do you guys see out of Stanford's defense, and what kind of challenges does Stanford present? And obviously, you guys both remember the emotional game here in Reser Stadium against Stanford last year.
I just personally, just for DBs and everything, they're very smart, and I don't think there's going to be a lot of bust coverages or a lot of mishaps and plays like that. So it's just going to be a lot of playmakers making plays and a lot of one-on-one opportunities, and I feel like they're going to do the same that a lot of teams done in the past with us, kind of stacking the box with Jamar running back in the rush game, bringing blitzes and stuff. So it's going to leave a lot of one-on-one opportunities for us. So we're going to have to make plays.
Jake, for you personally, do you feel more comfortable in your first game back fully and then playing an entire game? How'd you feel?
Yeah, it felt good. I think every game that I can put together consecutively and just staying healthy and on the field, I get more and more comfortable. And so that's important, is just trying to stay out there on the field.
Well, how was it? I mean, this is the first time this season that a quarterback started and finished the same one. I mean, that had to feel like either satisfaction or, wow, I made it. What was it?
Nah, I mean, it felt like, a normal football game, playing just the full game. I mean, I don't really know.
Well, you guys have had a propensity, obviously, to dig yourself a hole and then fight back. And it was in that early fourth quarter when there was it turns out there was a fumble. You guys could have had it tied. I mean, that was just a huge moment. Looking back on it, had to be disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, it was disappointing that the defense, made a play and kind of stunk that they didn't get rewarded for that. But at the same time, that's a position where the offense, we have to go step up and put in the end zone for them, and we didn't do that.
Isaiah, what about you on that play?
Yeah, it was very disappointing seeing that. Our defense put in the hard work for it to, kind of be called back like that. But we can't bank the whole game on one play, and it was our job to go out there and execute. And we had great field position, and we didn't do anything with this. So as an offense, it's just something we have to fix, and we have to fix beginning of games too, starting faster and everything, because you can't dig yourself in a hole against good teams like USC and Stanford and expect to climb back. So we have to find a way to start faster this week and finish strong too.